So greetings from New York and San Francisco, right? For now. We have gone like a week already. I feel like we just talked about Sissy Smollett, he who, and now he is back in the news, Lord. Like, why? Like this is an inescapable saga. We're trapped in this as much as we're trapped in COVID.
Oh God. I had forgotten about COVID for 10 good minutes.
Right. I mean, I was hoping to forget about Jussie, but no. His family didn't let us. Tina Knowles didn't let us. Taraji didn't let us.
I wish our show got as much support as Jussie Smollett. I wish our show got the same support from the Black community. We ain't never perpetrated a hate crime. We've never perpetrated any crimes. We're just law-abiding citizens trying to do a good show.
I think we're very much supported by the Black community, especially Black women.
Well, you're right. But they ain't getting behind us like they're getting behind Jussie. We need them Jussie fans. Jussie got barbs. We need Jussie.
I don't think we need delusional fans.
Oh, that's true.
But I don't know. Like he has blind loyalty with some fans. So y'all, it has been 6 days. Like me, you, and Bonnie was just talking about this guy going into jail. And we're thinking, okay, he's going to be there for 5 months. He's going to serve his time and get back out. But nope, yesterday, he got released from jail after spending 6 nights in there on accounts of his appeal. And during his appeal, they filed a motion for him to be out while he's waiting on the appeal. And that appeal can take months.
He is dragging this out like Bravo. Just get your punishment over with, take your lumps and move on. You tried something dirty and you didn't get away with it.
So his attorneys argued that he would have completed the sentence by the time the appeal process was completed, and that Smollett could be in danger of physical harm if he remained locked up in Cook County Jail.
I would agree with that, but they already put him in isolation. They already put him in that special status where he's not with General Pop. Like he's not in prison like everybody else is in prison. He's in his own cell. He's got his own room. He's got his own shower. Nobody's trying to get into his pussy. It is not like Steamworks, which is where he likes to go, but it ain't like Steamworks, so you might be a little lonely. But no, they're actually taking care of you because they understand you are a known person.
And even during these 6 days, like his family has been like putting this hashtag free Jussie. They've been turning into a movement. His brother, I think, is just giving real opportunistic vibes to me. Like he's really trying to be the next D-Ray right now. And I'm just like you said, this movement is a bowel movement, in my opinion. Like I totally agree. Like you hit the nail on the head. This is a bowel movement. This is not Nelson Mandela. Also, there's video of him coming out the jail. The way he's walking, you would think he is like a freedom fighter. Like he's surrounded by his brothers, being escorted by security, being whisked away in a black vehicle. You're in jail because you lied. And I told you some tea the other night that I got from one of my followers. I'm not gonna say the tea on here, but
I know.
This is just some bullshit. And I just feel really bad that people are really buying into it. He is getting exactly what he wants. And after I heard this tea, like, I don't want to hear from anybody. Like, he is guilty. He lied. Like, again, I didn't want him to be in jail, but this is just a lot. Like, I want him to be in jail now just so he can leave us alone. Even when he's out of jail now, he's going to be saying he has to fight for this appeal.
I feel like, let's put me in the situation. Let's say I don't drive, so this is a perfect example. If I drove drunk and hit somebody and killed them, guess what? I'm going to jail. That's what should happen. Right? We don't want people doing that. We don't want people faking hate crimes either. Like, just because you're famous, like, it would not be like, oh, well, I was drunk because I'm black. Like, what? No, you did something, you lied, and now you're going to jail. That's it.
And people aren't bringing up that there is insurmountable evidence saying that he lied. And he was given plea deal upon plea deal upon plea deal. He did not take any of them. He's still lying, and he has no remorse for lying, which is why they wanted to throw the book at him in the first place. He won't confess. He will not fess up.
We can always take it back to Robin Roberts, where you told her on camera in front of America, I fought back. I'm the gay Tupac. I fought those white men. But wait, but now they weren't white men. They were your Black security team who did this to try to get a raise. The story just pivoted. Everybody's missing the fact that the story just pivoted. Like it went from a racist attack by white men. Everybody was ready to get in their trucks and go looking out for the Klan. And here you, but then all of a sudden it magically turned to, oh, well, they were just trying to get a permanent security position and they were trying to run my pockets. But you were fighting white men on Robin Roberts.
And I think people are just wondering, like, should someone go to jail for lying? Now, a lot of people want this Black woman that accused Chris Brown of sexual assault for getting caught in a lie to go to jail. But Jussie, like, going to jail for lying about a hate crime, they don't want him to go to jail for that.
Lil' Kim went to jail for a year for lying. This is why I don't play in court. If you lie in court, they have a whole name for it. It's called perjury. And the court does not approve. They will send your happy ass to under the jail for lying in court. You do not lie in court. That is like one of the foundations of America. That is one of, like, literally, I was in the Army defending that shit.
It's just the inconsistency for me. Like, is it Uchiwali or is it one Mike? You got to pick one, you know? It's just really frustrating. And now we're just going to keep hearing about this. This is all going according to plan. And where is Lee Daniels in all this? Who is paying for the appeal? Who has been paying these lawyers $500 an hour to represent Jussie? It's not Journey.
$1,200 an hour.
Oh, $1,200?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I thought it was like minimum be $5.
I would say for what he's dealing with, they would be about $1,200 an hour. Remember, I was a military paralegal, so I know the rates. I almost went to law school, but thank God I didn't.
But yeah, like, this is the scam that will never end. We're going to be like in the wintertime still talking about this.
We're going to be talking about this at our 10-year anniversary. We will have won Emmys. I'll have gotten married and have kids. You'll have bought vacation property in the Dominican Republic. We will both be 50, and we'll still be talking about this shit. He is going to drag this on and on. And you know what? So be it. At least it gives us something to talk about. So, honey, if you want to make it that interesting, fine. We're along for the ride. Honestly, I wish you'd just start writing since you have such a fertile imagination. Better than anything Tyler Perry ever come up with. I mean, there's still plot holes, but, you know, if he took a couple of writing classes, maybe some screenplay classes, he could really come up with something. He could be the next J.K. Rowling.
Tyler Perry can also use a few writing classes.
No. There's no hope for Tyler.
Do we have anything else to say on Jussie?
Girl, just do your 60 days. Just do your 60 days. You literally, you didn't just make a gay hate crime. You made a Black hate crime. You fathomed that out of your own mind. Just do your 60 days and shut up and be grateful that's all you got.
Oh, but we will keep y'all updated on this ongoing story. I'm pretty sure on the next Pop Roast next week, we will be hearing something new.
Because he'll be back in jail. He's going to make this 5-month sentence turn into a 5-year sentence.
A friend told me that they think that Lee Daniels is the missing piece in this whole situation.
No, you know what I think the missing piece is that nobody's talking about? Cocaine, cocaine, cocaine. Baby, that shit fucked up his brain, the cocaine. Because you have to be high to pull this kind of a stunt. And I mean, you must have been really like on a bender because you kept it going. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing that really makes sense. Oh, cocaine. That's all I got.
Anyone who's defending Jussie, I just want to know, like, do you think he's innocent? That's what I want to know. Like, so you think that he was attacked?
Was he attacked by white men or was he attacked by Black men? Because he's been attacked by both. So which timeline are you going with? Because we remember, we just kind of left that whole, oh, this is no longer a racist tag. We just left that alone. Like, you literally invoked racism. You were basically a white woman. And you said that black man, sexually assaulted me. That's what you did. You sounded the biggest alarm you could sound, where everybody black looked up and said, oh, wait, we got to protect somebody. What's going on? What's going on? What's happening? You literally did that when you knew that was not the case.
Right. And how you make Donald Trump look good. Like, you brought MAGA into this.
And they were doing fine being their own shitheads. Like, they didn't need any help with their shitheadery. They were already showing their whole natural ass. You didn't need to put anything on them, but you put something on them that they didn't do. And I can't stand, even if it's them, I can't stand people to be accused of something they did not do.
He just gave them just so much ammunition, like But you know what? It's crazy that people are saying free Jussie when there's this black female basketball player that's trapped in Russian jail for bringing vape cartridges in her luggage. They just extended her prison sentence to May. She's been there since February.
And we don't even know if they planted that on her or not, because she's been playing basketball. Brittany Grenier is her name. She's been playing basketball in Russia for years. And also, let's talk about the fact, why do black women have to go to Russia to make $2.5 million a year playing basketball rather than in America for the WNBA only making $300,000? That's
true too. I really think Russia made this political. I don't know. I just feel like, where is the Free Britney movement? No pun intended. Everyone's just so concerned about Jussie, but I'm just like, this woman definitely does not deserve her jail time. And then she's in another country at that, and she's black in Russia while there's a war going on.
That's some broke down palace shit. I don't fuck with it.
That scares the hell out of me. Like, I'm scared for her.
That is why you travel and I don't, because I saw Broke Down Palace and I'm like, that scared the shit out of me.
That sounds familiar.
Okay, Broke Down Palace is a movie based off of a true story. It came out in like 96, 98, and it was about these two honkies who ended up getting conned into being drug mules. Like, they didn't even know they were doing anything wrong. They just met some cute guy. He put some dope in their bag. And as they were island hopping in Thailand, they don't play about drugs over there. They got caught. And so one of them had to just throw herself on the mercy of the court. And she said, look, I did it. You go home. And they kept them in prison for years. I think one of them might still be over there. Yeah, that's why you do all that bopping around the globe. I'm like, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay in America where I know the law.
Yeah.
You get in jail over there, honey, it's over.
We know you don't play in court as well as international court.
Please, those laws, I don't know. I am a military paralegal. I do know a little bit about the laws here, a little bit about the Constitution I did defend, a little bit. Over there, all bets are off. It's it's if you end up in jail over there, here's all you have to do. Get your phone out. Hey, Dad, I'm gonna need $175,000 in 10 minutes. Sell the house now, or I'm gonna die. That's all you, that is what you are faced with. Now, if you can come up with a quick 175 American and get it wired to them, you'll get scot-free. This is why I'm like, yeah, I'll go to Savannah, I'll go to New York, I'll go to Miami, I'll go to places where I know the laws.
Well,
have fun in the TR.
I will. So before we move on to our next topic, I just want to highlight that we did a Pop Roast Extra on my Patreon. We had a good old-fashioned kiki, and we were telling some of our business, some behind-the-scenes tea, and also we do question and answering too. So just letting y'all know that we do Pop Extra on my Patreon once a month. And if you're interested, or to watch a couple of episodes that we already did, it's at patreon.com/cdiggy1. Thanks again, Alex, for coming. Oh, the way you read some of these people, Lord, I was like, should I leave it in? He's like, leave it in. I'm like, okay.
I'm sorry. Well, it was like, I really got to be myself on Pop Roast. I didn't have to worry about no advertisers, didn't have to worry about YouTube stipulations. I got to really sit down with you and say, okay, let's talk about it. And also, I am very proud of one of my answers.
Oh yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think you know which one it was, and I am very proud of that. So if you want to get a little peep at me, a little peep at my business, y'all better check out that Pop Roast Extra. Chris got me telling my business. And you know I don't tell nobody my business.
Right. Because I know you really talk about the Funky Dineva situation, and we talked about it just for a little bit. And your answer, like a lot of people loved your answer.
It was the truth.
Oh, and that Erica Mena-Reed. Oh. You know, she cut her hair recently, and she's like, "Oh, I love how y'all are comparing me to Brandy."
Brandy Wine? How
Brandy.
on earth is anybody comparing Erica Mena to the vocal pamphlet? Not Bible, but pamphlet, because I can read both of you at the same time. Now, Brandy, you can sing. I will give you that. But you ain't the vocal Bible, you the vocal pamphlet. But sometimes a pamphlet is useful.
She's the vocal notebook, you know? The vocal textbook. Brochure.
Oh my God, no. You have always been an incredible comedian. For me, that was the funniest joke you ever made. The way you said brochure. I'm gonna put that in my stand-up, and I swear to God. Brochure.
Anyway.
Well, Janet Jackson is the vocal closed captioned.
Oh God.
Okay, I would say this. Mariah is the vocal Bible, because you got to have enough octaves. So, you know, she can read you from Psalms to Revelations. She can sing all those octaves. I would also say Whitney, may she rest, another vocal Bible. Then like Brandy, a brochure. I would give her I'm going to stick by pamphlet.
I think the only reason people are calling her the vocal, I'm about to say brochure, the vocal Bible is because the way she stacks her vocals and arranges them on songs and on her albums, it was very revolutionary in the way she did it. And a lot of people do that now too.
Now, I will say, is that a talent? Is that a skill set? Yes. But to me, that leads to production rather than an actual vocal skill. Because if you're layering and arranging, like you're not, like you're singing, but you're not singing. Like to me, the best singer that ever lived is Sarah Vaughan. Now, when somebody can outsing Sarah Vaughan, you bring them to me.
I'll have to Google that.
Oh my God.
It's Sarah with a H.
Sarah Vaughan.
Ah, an American jazz singer from
Jersey. And like she can sing, she is a mezzo soprano. She can sing high, she can get low. To me, that is one of that is my favorite artist. There is no one, like even Mariah can't outsing her. And Mariah can hit some high notes, but Sarah Vaughan can too, and do it better.
Okay.
It's Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, like that era of, you know, really when you had to get up and sing, you didn't have a studio, you couldn't layer shit. It was just you and the motherfucking microphone.
Yeah, they're comparing her to Leontine Price.
Yes. She could get operatic with it.
All right, for the music lesson today.
Well, you know what? You normally give the music lesson. So today I'm like, well, let me tell you what I know about music.
Let's get back to these topics. I mean, I'm sure you saw the preview for the Bad Boys Club LA or something like that.
Tired faggots? Yeah, I saw it.
I mean, there's some street guys there too, like, which I didn't know. And then like some of them are going at it.
Are we really going to sit on camera and lie to each other? Are we really going to do that? Are we really just going to lie and say, oh, there's some header? If you in that house, you a bottom. You ain't, there's no top, no verse energy in that. It is legs to the moon.
I don't know. I just want better for us. But hey, we finally got a Bad Boys Club. It looks very violent. A lot of people were throwing hands. I kind of want to watch it just so I can see Milan. I think Christopher Milan, whatever. I just want to see him get his ass whooped.
The sad thing is I've seen his anus because
we all have.
He put it out on Twitter, so I don't need to see anything else from you.
Mm-hmm.
You've shown your cervix for less than a quarter.
I can't believe the where the money reside guy, he wanted to do that too. I was like, sir, like, I'm thinking you about to get, deals from whichever car lot he was working at or something. Like, this is where you pivot at? This is where you pivot your career?
That's sad because he really should be like owning a dealership right now. Like you should be like, where the money reside with Ford and GM. Like you low key where the money resided, like selling. I sold houses, so I know you make money selling cars. Like you really had that in, and you decide to slum it with these sorry sissies. Woo.
Slum it with these sorry sissies. I mean, we have Andrew Caldwell on there. We have Kirk Franklin's son.
Tired bottoms, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, I might take a peep at it.
At least I'm a bottom with some tread on his tires. They give me loose booty tea.
Like
they ain't got no grip.
It's gonna be on Zeus, right?
Of course.
Child, and you know what's going on with Zeus, but we're gonna save that topic for a little bit later. Moving on. So Wendy Williams had her first interview since this whole hoopla. She had on Good Morning America this morning. Did you peep the interview? It was not that long.
No, because it was not morning when it was morning in New York.
Oh, right. So it was like 15 minutes. It was she was being interviewed by TJ Holmes. It was a Zoom interview.
TJ Holmes is cute.
He is. Even if he's kind of aging rapidly these days, I had the biggest crush on him. And shout out to Cameron, my friend who worked at ABC. He got me to meet TJ Holmes. I have a picture with him. Hold it to. Oh, anyway.
Well, at least now we know he's straight.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, he talked to Wendy, and I'm just like, she couldn't even get on Zoom for this interview, but she says she's ready for television.
She couldn't get on Zoom for the interview?
No, like she was just talking. They just had her voice followed with closed captions. She didn't want to get on camera. So in this interview, Wendy addressed what's going on in her battle with Wells Fargo and says that she'll be ready to return to work in about 3 months. Now, I listened to the interview. She was like, oh, I have the mind and body of a 25-year-old right now. I'm ready to go back on TV tomorrow. But then TJ was asking her, so you're ready to go back on TV? Like, you can go tomorrow. She was like, oh, in about 3 months. Like, she changed her answer that quickly. 3 months? We're almost in April. So that means you're not going to be ready till the summertime.
Just like Sheree, spring, summer, fall.
Right. And I think the show goes off the air in summertime. So she's probably going to make one last appearance on the show and just do her swan song before Sherry take it over, I guess. Everything is still just so, like, that interview didn't tell me anything. Like, she said that she's still like trying to get her money out of Wells Fargo. Somebody actually had to like interject in the interview, one of Wendy's people. It just all just seems so fishy, and it's crazy because when Wendy was actually lucid and hosting her show, like, she would be all in people's business, but she can't be forthright on her own when she's a headline herself. So it's just a hypocrisy for me on her end because she's not being forthright right now.
She felt very free to be forthright with Method Man's wife's cancer diagnosis, so you should be free with your own business since you felt so free to tell hers, because I will never forget that. You
won't. You mentioned it in every single episode where she's been a topic. I'll be like, Wendy Williams, she told Method Man's wife's business, right? With cancer. I mean, I wish Wendy well, but it's just frustrating that she's just not being honest. You're ready to go. Like, you're ready, but you need 3 more months. Why? You have the mind and body of a 25-year-old.
A dead 25-year-old, sure. I mean, I'm sorry, this is full on Death Becomes Her at this point. Have you ever seen Death Becomes Her?
I have.
Oh, thank God. Well, I want to tell her, honey, I hate to tell you this, but you have a hole in your stomach.
It's just delay after delay after delay. I don't know. I really didn't like the interview. I love TJ Holmes, but he really wasn't asking the hard questions, but it is morning news. So of course they're going to try to keep it light if they can. But she definitely wasn't telling the truth.
I wish Wendy well.
Do you?
But
I'm just asking.
I do. I don't have hate in my heart for her. I swear I don't. I mean it. I truly don't. I wish her well. You got to know how to bow out gracefully sometimes. Like, you had a great run. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. You're 60 something. Just retire.
She's 50. She's 57, I think, or 56.
Close enough. Close enough. You're lucky that you are rich and able to retire at 57. You think I want to be doing this shit forever? At 55, I want to say, Alexander, the curtain goes down. If I want to pop on, I can pop on. Like, I will do this forever, but I don't want to have to do this forever. Remember when people retired at 55, 60?
No.
Remember that's a thing. My dad retired. He's just enjoying his life. I want to do that. Wendy, try that. You've worked very hard. You've got more money than anyone will ever need in their lifetime. You're rich. Your kids are rich. You're good. Your name will always be Wendy Williams. We will always remember you. You did pave the way for a lot of people. So, honey, be happy with what you've done and just sit back and put your feet up. Put your feet up, hon. Put your feet up. You got feet up money. Put those irons on the couch.
She does, but she doesn't have access to it thanks to Wells Fargo. Moving on, did you see that interview with Gayle King and Will Smith? Like, again, she brings up the relationship and she asked him like about were there any infidelities, and Will tells her there has been no infidelities in our marriage whatsoever. Like, we know everything that goes on.
Because they were all fucking August Alsina together. It was a threesome. So no, when it's a threesome, you're not cheating because your other partner is there. Why isn't anyone asking Will Smith about his relationship with August Alsina? Because I'm sorry, you know they was fucking. I'm not getting in bed with August Alsina, and I'm not getting, like, if I was in bed with him, I'm not kicking him out.
My thing is, I just want people to accept that not every relationship is traditional. They probably never had a traditional relationship. They're doing what works for them. I'm pretty sure that they've messed around on both parts, but I don't know. Like, that's how some marriages stay working, because people find a way for it to continue. And it works for them. So I don't know why people are just so mesmerized. We then knew they were in an open relationship. But I think people are just nosy and they just want to know, okay, who are y'all fucking outside of y'all's marriage? That's what everybody really wants to know.
And we already know Dwayne Martin and August Alsina. Like, we already know. We've been covering this topic for what, 4 years now? We've been new. It ain't a surprise. Honestly, I'm more surprised it wasn't another woman. But then again, Will, it's like, okay, that's why it would be another man.
So Kanye West was banned from Instagram for a week.
Why they got a half-assed it? I was about to be happy.
He violated the terms and agreements of Instagram. The suspension was in response to his post directed at Trevor Noah. He was calling him like the COO N-word.
Trevor Noah hasn't done anything to you. You married a whole Kardashian, but you have the nerve, the gall to open your beak and call another black man a coon? When you married a Kardashian, if you don't shut all of the fucks up.
Like, wasn't he just with Donald Trump, like cozying up with him with MAGA hats? Exactly, but you have the nerve to call somebody a raccoon, okay. He also came after Pete Davidson, as well as DL Hughley, which is pretty big of him to come after a comedian. Because comedians, I mean, that's light work. There's another example when that radio show talk host that came after Cat Williams on the air.
Oh, yes. Frankie and Wanda. And she tried it. And I will never forget. I still watch that video to this day. He told her, you look like you get your hair and headphones at the same gas station. That was a read for all of eternity. That shit is still ringing in her ears.
It was light work because comedians roast. They do this for a living. Why come after a comedian?
And half the time, we're not even looking for that kind of smoke. But there's that, she got him on that one day where he said, you know what, I'm going to turn you into creative exercise. That's exactly what he did. He said, I'm going to turn you into a creative exercise. And for people that have been watching the channel for a minute, you know when I say, let's make this a creative exercise, you know I'm about to go in. That's when you really stretch your muscle. That's when you really see, okay, just how funny can I be? That's me in the gym, lifting weights. That's me going over the bar. And he said, you know what? Today is the day. Now is the time. And I am the one. I am not the two. I am not the three. I am not the plus one. I am the one. I mean, D.L. Hughley could do a whole set. He could go on tour. He could have an HBO special just roasting Kanye West. Try God, don't try us.
Hopefully, like, I don't have to hear from Kanye for like a whole week. I'm sure we're still going to hear from him, but at least he's not on Instagram.
I want D.L. Hughley to really sit back and get in his bag and roast Kanye for all of the centuries. I want him to do, remember when Cadillac Kimberly read that nail place down for filth? I actually met Cadillac Kimberly. She's been very nice to me. But she said, I will never forget when she said, sit down, ho, I'm about to tell all your business. That's what I want D.L. Hughley. I want him to say, sit down, ho, I'm about to tell all your business. And girl, when that internet, that read is still epic to this day. It was flirtandflutterlashloft.com. That's what the place was called. I still remember. I don't even know if that video is up anymore, but y'all look up Cadillac Kimberly Flirt and Flutter Lash Loft roast. That was a roast for all time. All time. That was comedian school for me. I hope one day I'm an eighth as funny as she was in that roast. I mean, she let half.
I have to look that up. I haven't heard of that.
It was the era of young Black YouTube. Like, this is when Rock started, Bondi started. This was before the Queen's Court. This was when I was getting started. Like, you know, now here we are 10 years later. But yeah, that was a roast. Ooh, that was a roast. And when I met her in real life, I was like, I know what you can do. I'm a little scared of you. I always know, stay on your good side. Stay on your good side.
So today is Tamar Braxton's birthday.
Happy birthday, Tamar.
She turned 45.
God, she's so young. She's damn near my age.
Yeah,
well,
like,
when she had the buzz cut, everybody was like, oh my God, you look like Tamar Braxton. And I can't disagree. I do look like Tamar Braxton. It's okay. She's beautiful. So am I. We look alike.
We'll be right back after these messages.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Relationships are work, but you know what's the real work? Making sure you've got a great relationship with yourself. Now, we all will drop anything we need to help those that we care about. But do we ever drop everything we need to care about ourselves? I've been using BetterHelp for the past year now, and it has truly helped me. It has given me some perspective on my life from an actual invested third party. Because sometimes you get in your own way. You can't see the forest for the trees sometimes. And BetterHelp has helped me see, oh, you're in the forest. These are the trees. So this month, BetterHelp wants to help you remind yourself that you matter, that you're important. And starting therapy will give you some tools to let you be the best you that you can be. And choosing a therapist is so easy. You have all of their qualifications, all of their specificities, where you can say like, oh, I'm looking for a trauma therapist. I'm looking for a therapist to help me with my relationships, with my family, with my significant other, or with yourself, because we all have to be in relationships with ourselves.
BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try and see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and our Pop Roast listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com betterhelp.com/roast. That's betterhelp.com/roast. So a lot of people got a kick out of what happened on social media this morning. So you know how Beyonce likes to wish people happy birthday, and she puts their baby pictures. Well, she wished Tamar Braxton a happy birthday. The only problem is it wasn't Tamar Braxton's baby picture. It was Trina Braxton's baby picture. Somebody getting fired. Tamar was a good sport though. You know, she said, "Thank you, Beyonce, for giving me this laugh. I know, it was a mistake, but I really could have used the laugh right now." So she really appreciated it still, but it was just so funny. Like, I already think that Beyonce's happy birthdays to these random people by showing their baby pictures was a little disingenuous, just a little bit, because I know she's not doing it. Now, if she did, I'll be very surprised. But yeah, I feel sorry for that intern who's working at Parkwood who put up the wrong baby picture.
This is why I don't like her. If I'm going to say happy birthday to you, I'm going to actually say happy birthday to you because that's how I feel. I don't need to be fake. I don't need to be a little disingenuous. I don't need to steal a little song lyric. I can just write my own. And with all her vocal ability, she still can't write her own lyrics, but I guess Mariah Carey will always be more talented.
Fake news, fake news.
I'm sorry, fake news. Wait, I'm sorry. Who wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You? And where is Beyonce's All I Want for Christmas Is You? What has she written?
Well,
sure, she can sing. I will give her vocal ability. I will give her dancing ability. What has she on her own written?
She's written on Lemonade. She's written a bunch of her songs on Lemonade.
I'm sure that's true. I'm sure when she finally got around to getting her GED by Lemonade, I'm sure that's true. I'm sure.
Hey, you can be a hater if you want.
I'm not a hater. I'm simply pointing out facts.
Those facts are inconclusive. I need receipts.
We can look at Mariah Carey's catalog. That's all.
I'm not talking about Mariah Carey. I'm talking about Beyonce. We can go to the Lemonade, and look at the credits and see who wrote what. She is a songwriter on one of those, on the majority of Lemonade. She's a songwriter.
She's also listed as a songwriter for You Must Not Know About Me, but we know Neo co-wrote that. She simply paid enough money to have her name in lights. Now, I created the allegedly show theme song. That was all me, music and lyrics by Alexander Diane Rodgers.
For you to say the name of that song is You Must Not Know About Me tells me how much you know about Beyonce's catalog. So we're going to end it there before we have a Kaya and T.S. Madison moment. Before I call you tomorrow. So we're going to keep it cute and keep it moving. Now check that.
You heard it here first.
So let's talk about Joseline Hernandez. Have you been watching this show, like on Zeus?
No, I haven't. What has she been up to?
I mean, have you heard what happened?
No.
So I'm guessing they filmed the reunion for Joseline's Caberet, and there was a huge brawl. They had this girl named Amber who went live on Instagram from the hospital in bed because Joseline kicked her in the ribs with I guess she had a big ass boot on. And it seems like her and Joseline got into a physical altercation. She was winning the fight. And then Joseline's husband jumped in and started fighting the girl. And then he actually ripped her hair out, trying to pull her off of Joseline and started beating her ass up all on TV. And then there was other girls who was caught in the melee as well. It's gotten really toxic. Joseline went online the other day bragging about this. And then you have the bodyguards just standing around letting it happen because they're trying to get a fight on TV. This girl is in the hospital now because Joseline started the fight. So Amber, from the latest season of Joseline Hernandez show, she went on live from the hospital and alleged that she was attacked by Joseline as well as her husband. According to her, her and Joseline was scrapping. She was getting the best of her, and then her husband intervened, and then Joseline and her husband was proceeding to kick her ass. Well, she was very cavalier about her actions during the reunion. There was some other girls that were caught in the melee as well, and they were like hurt. Some of them are traumatized, a lot of them. Zeus just came out with a statement concerning this.
A statement, that's bad.
They said the Zeus Network would like to thank all of our viewers for their continued support. While our programming remains authentic, loud, provocative, raw, unscripted, and uncensored, under no circumstances do we condone bullying, unprovoked violence, and men attacking women. Currently, we're conducting a thorough review of the events that took place during the reunion taping. They encourage anyone who encounters violence of any kind to contact their local authorities, blah, blah, blah. I think they're releasing a statement because they don't want to be a part of this lawsuit, which I'm pretty sure is going to be filed against Joseline and her man. They're going to have to end the show, I think, because I think it's gotten to a place where it's not even funny anymore. Like, you have these girls like crying on live saying that they're traumatized from this reunion because some of them got their ass beat, some are in the hospital. I don't know, like, still, from my point of view, like, you guys are in this environment where there's fights happening. And Joseline, you know, she's all for unprovoked violence. Like, if you say something she don't like, she's gonna slap the shit out of you. So, I mean, I believe on one-on-one. Like, her and Joseline just fighting, fair fight. But it was still an unprovoked attack on Joseline, and she started the fight. So, like, if you start something and you getting your ass whipped, that's on you. Like, your husband coming in now just because you getting your ass beat from a fight that you started, I don't know. That's just how I feel. But I just think that the husband, he's a big ass dude whipping on a woman. I just think he came in that situation too easily. And now the girl is sitting in a hospital room bed with like a sore rib cage, and you can see where her hair was like ripped out her scalp.
I mean, you came on Zeus, so what were you expecting?
Well, I really hope Joseline is sued for every penny. I hope they cancel her show. I hope the girls have a class action lawsuit against Zeus as well and take them for every penny that they have, because
they only have $8 because only 4 people are subscribing. 2 of them have given us the password.
Right, I agree. But yeah, I just think it was taken too far, and I never liked her show. Like, even when me, you, and Dustin was talking about it in February, it was just such a trashy, vile environment. And I think, you know, it spoke to Joseline's nature. Like, she's a vile woman. And I feel bad for the child mostly because you have Stevie J, who's getting like head service from a woman during an interview with another woman. And then you have Joseline like fighting people and beating people up and emotionally abusing people. So I just feel sorry for the child in this situation because her parents are really ain't shit people. That's the real victim in this whole matter.
That's
but
true.
Yeah, I can't wait to see everyone else's opinion. Moving on to a different reality show that's coming out. I never watched College Hill, so when I heard that Nene Leakes was on College Hill, I'm like, why? And she turned down Big Brother to be on BET. Like, I don't know. So apparently, they're reviving a College Hill Celebrity Edition that's going to be on BET this summer. It's going to be at Texas Southern University. And a notable celebrity that graduated from Texas Southern University is Meg Thee Stallion herself. So who's going to be on this show? Nene Leakes, Ray J,
Deb Atney. Yep.
Lamar Odom.
Oh, God.
He is just taking every check that comes his way.
He is turning up like a bad penny. Just everywhere you go, there he is.
Big Frida, Stacey Dash, Dream Doll, India Love, and Slim Thug. Each will make the journey to the Houston HBCU and live together as students.
Oh,
this is going to be something.
I've been looking forward to this. I didn't know they were going to live together as students. I can see Nene walking in the dorm now. What is this, honey? Well, something you've never experienced because this is your first time in college.
And this is an even cast. There's 4 women and 4 men. I can see Nene Leakes and Stacey Dash getting into it a lot, but we shall see. We shall see.
Stacey Dash, the ankle face Black woman?
Yeah.
Shout out to Dustin Ross. He was the first one who said Stacey Dash turned into an ankle. Oh my God, that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
She does.
And like, it was so accurate because it's like, we can all see it, like that hard nose is like the ball of the ankle right here.
I'm also wondering, does Carlos King have a hand in this?
No, because Carlos King doesn't have a hand in anything successful.
Well, let's not forget about what's that show with the twins and all those R&B chicks? The Encore. He was behind that. That was something.
That was a pandemic knockoff.
Oh, it was good.
It was good, but it wasn't good because of him. It was good because most of the people there were unlikable. I mean, Audrey O'Day and those awful twins.
I like Aubrey O'Day.
I didn't.
Well, in what the hell news, Mike Tyson launched a cannabis company, but the gummies are ear-shaped bites. I kid you not. They are shaped like tiny ears. Now, if you're like a Gen Z or whatever, Mike Tyson, I think in 1997, was fighting Evander Holyfield, and he bit Evander Holyfield's ear, like a piece of it. I remember that. That was as big as the OJ trial.
Me too.
That was crazy.
And him and Holyfield made up after that.
Yeah.
I'm making up with you if you take out a chunk of my ear. If I have to have plastic surgery because of you, we're done.
They're called Mike bites.
Oh my God, I cannot.
I'm sure that you living in California, you're going to have access to this. So I think you need to make a video like reviewing these Mike bites. Please let me know because I want to know what they taste like, what they look like, because it looked like a piece of the ear is already bitten off on the little candies. I would sue. That's traumatic for me if that was my ear that was bitten.
Exactly. It's like this should be a joint venture where Evander's getting a check too.
But yeah, those are our hot topics. I could use some cannabis right now, actually.
Ditto. Which is why I live in California.
Lucky you. But yeah, I will see y'all next week. I'm going to go to the Dominican Republic tomorrow for a couple of days because I need some sun because it's 50 degrees here now.
It's 50 degrees?
Wait,
hold on. It's not sunny? Are you like
you enjoy that way too much,
You can't. You don't have a pool? It's not sunny and warm, really?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't. I'm gonna go swimming since we're done. It's sunny out. There's a pool. You don't have that yeah. I guess that's why I left the East Coast too. Yes, I do enjoy doing that a lot.
On that note, I will see y'all sooner than Joseline has remorse for whipping that poor girl's ass.
And I will see you sooner than I see 50-degree weather.
Bye. Bye. Good night. Good night.